We have Steve Peed here with athletics. Steve, you want to just say hello before I start the video?
Absolutely, and thank you all that are out there joining us today. And I do have a group of athletes that are here to help answer your questions. And I do want to save some time for that. I know the video's got a few minutes to it. So I'm going to turn it right back to Kelly to show that video, and you're going to see me welcoming you again from the same place in a different shirt. Hello, prospective Mariners, and thank you for joining us for today's virtual open house. My name is Steve Peet, and I'm the Director of Athletics and Head Women's Lacrosse Coach here at Maine Maritime. I've been a member of the Maine Maritime community since 2011, and I take great pride in being a Mariner. It's my privilege today to share with you a little background on my favorite topic, Mariners athletics. Student athletes make up 1/3 of our student body. Our athletes are the embodiment of all that is good in NCAA Division III. They're students, they're competitors, they're leaders in the regiment and midshipmen, they're tutors, they're leaders of various clubs and organizations around campus, and they're champions. Maine Maritime Academy competes in 15 varsity sports, primarily under the auspices of NCAA Division III. As a former Division III athlete and an administrator dedicated to the division for the last 20 years, I'm a true believer that it's the best venue of competition for student athletes. Our sailing team competes in the Intercollegiate Sailing Association, or ICSA. In addition, we offer men's and women's rugby and men's and women's wrestling as club sports, as well as a variety of intramural sports in the non-pandemic world. I will point out that our football team and our club sports are presently suspended and being reviewed during the pandemic. My hope as a former football player and wrestler is that these sports can make a quick return in the weeks and months ahead. It's personally important to me that we do so. Our athletic teams compete primarily in the North Atlantic Conference, a 12-team league spanning from the Albany region in New York, out to Castine, Maine, up to Presque Isle, Maine, and back over to Canton, New York. It's quite a footprint. Our football team competes in the New England Men's and Women's Athletic Conference alongside such schools as MIT, WPI, Merchant Marine Academy, Norwich, and the United States Coast Guard Academy. Our league stretches as far south as Catholic University in Washington, D.C. Sailing competes in the New England Intercollegiate Sailing Association, which logically includes competition throughout New England. Our coaching staff is comprised of dedicated professionals committed to the mission of preparing our athletes for lifelong success through dedication to one's team, individual growth, and a passion for sport, education, and profession. We value integrity above all else as a driving value towards leadership, citizenship, and sportsmanship. We never miss a teachable moment in helping our athletes become the best versions of themselves. Our approach is paid off in the classroom, on the floors, fields, trails, courses, and waterways in and around Castine. Our student athletes have piled up an impressive array of honors and awards for their athletic prowess, and our Associate Athletic Director and Head Women's Volleyball Coach, Tricia Carver, will tell you more about that in a moment. But we've also been impressive in the classroom. Over the past 8 semesters, our student athletes have turned in a term and cumulative grade point average of 3.0 or better, while landing over 50% of our athletes on the Dean's List. Nearly all of our teams are recognized annually by the Professional Coaching Organization as a national scholar team in their respective sports. We're successful in the classroom because our coaches recognize that students attend Maine Maritime Academy to be a professional in something other than their sport or sports. We have developed a system of faculty athletic liaisons assigned to each team who aid in supporting our students as our athletes as students, competitors, and as people. We've worked hand in hand with our faculty to develop a class conflict form and a system for proctoring quizzes and exams while we're out on the road. Additionally, one of our coaches draws 50% of his paycheck supporting all of our athletes' academic success. When you join one of our teams, you'll have a team at your back. And now I'd like to throw it to the co-captain of my team, Coach Carver.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tricia Carver, and I am the Associate Director of Athletics and Women's Volleyball Coach here at Mariners Athletics. I'm here to share with you just a few of the many athletic accolades from our 2019-2020 academic and athletic year. We had 2 conference championships last year, including the first ever in women's soccer and our second four-peat in women's volleyball. We had 52 conference all-academic selections, 24 all-conference selections. We named 4 players of the year in the North Atlantic Conference last year and 3 conference coaches of the year. In addition to that and so many more, We named both our Man and Woman of the Year for the North Atlantic Conference from Maine Maritime Academy. I have the great pleasure to tell you now about Mariners Athletics Leadership Program. We call it inCommand. Currently, in our 5th year, inCommand is aimed at uniting all of our athletes and teams under a common culture and vision. Our vision is that everyone can lead. We provide tools, training, and growth opportunities in a very hands-on, group-oriented way to develop all of our student athletes into the best leaders that they can be for themselves and their teams. Though we're all under the inCommand umbrella, there are essentially 4 different programs. Our first-year program is designed to unite our freshman athletes and welcome them to Mariners Athletics. Our sophomore program, we call it iLead, is a self-nominating process. Athletes work with their coaches to buy into the program. And our emphasis in that year is vision. Vision for yourself. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? And vision for your team. How can you help build up your team together with your teammates? And how can you be the best leader for your team? Our Captains and Leaders program is designed to add tools to the leadership tool belt. Our goal is that when our leaders leave that program, they have one very tangible leadership skill that they can put into use immediately for the good of their team and teammates. And finally, our One Team program provides an opportunity for our female athletes to bond and grow together under our pillars of togetherness, strength, trust, communication, and gratitude. We here envision a community of confident, independent women who uplift one another and their community. Though we are 7 sports, we are one team. I hope the ideas at inCommand intrigue you. It's about building leaders for now, for you, for your team, for this department. It's also about building you into the leaders that you'll become in your professional future. I hope to see you here at Mariners Athletics.
My name is Riley Morin. I'm from Harpswell, Maine. I chose Maine Maritime Academy because I wanted to further my education on the water and continue working on the water after I graduated from school. The transition from high school into college was a big step, but getting involved in sports or some type of club, there's plenty here. Will definitely keep you busy and help you keep your grades up.
I chose MMA because I'm really interested in engineering, and this campus has the most hands-on classes, and they set their students up for great success after graduation.
Hi, my name is Cameron Gerlach. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. My major is International Business and Logistics, and I chose Maine Maritime Academy just for the family atmosphere and like the community. Being able to know your professors is a really big plus for me. The transition has been really good. I like all my classes so far, so it's been good.
Hi, my name is McKenna Middleton, and I'm a freshman here at MMA. And my first couple weeks of classes have gone actually great. All my instructors are very nice, and they always help me whenever I need, and whenever I have a question or I just need help on the homework. The course material is actually a lot easier to understand than I thought it was going to be. So that also helps in getting adjusted to my new college experience. And even though we can't have our games or our scrimmages this semester, my coaches have done everything that they can to make sure that we still have productive but fun practices, all while staying socially distant and wearing masks. I really do love being on this team. It helps me get a lot more connections and make new friends and new family here, and I know that I can go to them whenever I need something. Overall, my experience at MMA has been a great one so far, and I'm very happy with my decision that I came to further my education at this college. And I'm very excited to see what future job opportunities that this college can bring me.
My name is Marquise Flegler. I am a junior right now in the International Business and Logistics program. My favorite part about being a student athlete here at MMA is just the closeness surrounding that the whole athletic faculty and staff have together. We work as a family here, and everybody's very friendly, and everybody always wants to keep you in the loop and let you know of what's happening around here and give you that sense of safeness if you need to talk to somebody other than your coach outside of the program. What I like most about Maine Maritime Academy is the small class size, just so that you have a one-on-one kind of understanding with your professors here, and that you and your professors develop that kind of student-professor relationship going through the years here as you start as a freshman and you build your way through. I chose Maine Maritime Academy because of the beautiful scenery and the amazing opportunity afterwards through job placement and job opportunities, as well as the one-on-one instruction and small class sizes that the school offers.
I'm Olivia Harriman, and I am currently a sophomore here at Maine Maritime Academy, double majoring in marine biology and small vessel operations. By far, my favorite thing is being a part of a team that's so welcoming and understanding, and that we all have so much in common, the love of the ocean and boats. And just being able to travel together, hang out with each other, and practice with each other with such great energy is my favorite thing about being an athlete here. Away from lacrosse, I like the student atmosphere here. Everyone's so welcoming, the professors are welcoming, so understanding, and I like all the small classes, so it's more of a smaller student to teacher ratio. And I like all the hands-on labs. I mean, my first time for my vessel up lab, I was driving a boat up to Castine Bay. That's by far my favorite thing.
I chose MMA because of the unique way the school works, and especially where it is, right on the ocean and everything. It's really nice, really peaceful. Also, just, classic with the opportunities that we're coming after. I just, my main goal in life is to make money, as I feel a lot of people are. So
I chose MMA because of the small interactive classes, the family atmosphere around campus, and because I'll make a lot of money after graduation.
Hello, my name's Chandler Coombs. I graduated from Brunswick High School. I came here to study MET. I chose Maine Maritime because it was the best option for what I wanted to do in my future. The transitioning period from coming from Brunswick High School to here is a little difficult, but I think we are starting to transition into having a better relationship with our teachers, and it's getting a lot easier as we keep going.
I'm Monty Anderson. I'm a junior here at Maine Maritime Academy. I'm studying in the IBO program. I'll say my favorite part of being a student athlete is the relationships you get to build with the people around you. Every team has a different dynamic, and I feel like every person on them teams fit into them dynamics perfectly. I chose here for the opportunity after school to make a lot of money and also to play basketball.
How's it going? My name is Isaiah Johnson. I graduated from Brunswick High School. I chose MMA because the job opportunities coming out of here, and it's just exactly what I want to do. Love being on the water, love getting my hands dirty. The transition period has definitely been more difficult this year with all the COVID guidelines and having to do online classes. It's hard to get to know our professors and really meet new people, but I think it's starting to go well. Everybody's starting to kind of get in the swing of things.
When I first arrived on campus 3 weeks ago, I had no idea what to expect. I felt out of place and had a hard time adjusting. But throughout the last 3 weeks, I've been made to feel welcome by my professors, my friends, and my volleyball team. The team has become my family and has made me realize that I'm an important link in a chain. On-campus activities like ship jump, practices, and workouts have made Maine Maritime feel like a second home. I'm looking forward to the rest of the semester, and I hope that things stay as normal as possible.
My name is Merrick Mercado. I am a sophomore from Bealton, California, and I am currently studying in the IPO program. I would say if you choose here, it's going to be a really unique experience. Class sizes are pretty small, and you have a chance to really be part of a big athletic family, so it's really a special thing. I chose Maine Maritime for that exact reason, to be part of a kind of a family, get to really meet different people from different places, and I think that's pretty valuable. The thing I like most about Maine Maritime is the culture here. I think it's really tight-knit, and people, you see people all the time that and it's really just a welcoming environment all around.
My name is Oscar Kwok. I'm a junior in the Vessel Operations and Technology program. I'm from York, Maine. I chose MMA for its great reputation, and my favorite part about being a student athlete is having a team and coach that always support me and have my back.
I'm Sam Martin. I'm from Bangor, Maine. I'm in the power engineering program. I chose Maine Maritime because of the job placement and the major that I chose. And I'm also on the basketball team. And I'm settling very well at Maine Maritime. The teachers and the professors are great, and I just love Coach McNeely.
I chose MMA because I really appreciated the small class sizes and that students actually got to talk to the teachers, not the TAs. And I also really love the atmosphere of the school.
All right, so that's Maine Maritime Athletics in a nutshell. And right now, I'd love to turn it over to all of the great athletes that are on the screen here who are fantastic students to let them answer some questions about their experiences that you may have. Okay, I'll start with the open one that's down on the Q&A. No, you should definitely start contacting those coaches now. Waiting until you're attending MMA is going to put you way behind the curve. The easy way to do that is to go to marinersports.org. And there's two things you can do. You can either fill out the student athlete interest form, or you can just go straight to the staff directory and email that coach right on from that spot. But wait until you arrive. It means we're now playing catch up on a lot of paperwork. We're playing catch up on what you need to do to prep yourself in that summer prior to arrival. So definitely want to reach out to coaches in advance. Good question. Not seeing a ton of questions, but I got great resources here. These people live this on a daily basis. They know how to win in the classroom. They know how to win on the field.
I think you just hit everything nail on.
There we go.
0 questions.
Perfect.
Seuss, Lauren, since you guys, and Milo, since you are not, there's a few others. Since you're not in the video, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us about why you chose MMA, what sport, and where you're from.
Okay, I can introduce myself. I'm Lauren Wood, and I'm from Bathborough, Maine. I'm on the women's soccer team, and I'm an international business and logistics major. But some reasons why I chose MMA was I just felt like it fit into my life the best option that I had. It had a really focused major that I felt like would set me up the best for the future.
My name is Milo Cook-Sharp. I'm from Cape Elizabeth, Maine. I run for the cross-country team and I also swim. I chose Maine Maritime because I had the opportunity to do a double major, marine science, or I guess it's now oceanography and small vessel operations. I think it's a really good combination. They go well together.
Hey, I'm going to field a couple of the questions that just came in, and then I'm sorry for whoever I cut off. I'll come back to you. There's a question about, can I talk about the football program? I can. The program is currently under suspension, and that's related to the cost of the program and some cost savings that we're trying to take on here. But it also is related to the fact that for the last 15 years, it's been growing at about 7% as an expense. And it's at a point where it's not sustainable. So we need to take a look at how we get that right. And what I'll leave that at today is that we are currently working through a contract with probably the most preeminent name in NCAA consulting, someone with impeccable credentials who's going to lead us through a review of that program so that we can determine if it's viable for us to bring football back and what changes do we need to do to bring football back. So it's an open-ended question at this point, and it's an open-ended answer at this point. We are taking the review and we're taking it very seriously. And I do want to touch on a couple more questions that just popped in. The difference between personal trainers and athletic trainers. Athletic trainers are medical professionals, and all of our athletic trainers right now have a CSCS, which is Certified Conditioning Coach. So they do have knowledge as strength coaches, and they do run programs for our athletic teams in our varsity weight rooms. But a personal trainer is the guy at the gym who can help you get in better shape. An athletic trainer is a person who is a medical professional who works under doctor's orders and can fix up your injuries, help you prevent injuries, but they also can do some of the things that a personal trainer can do. And I think there was, I saw Peter answered that question. That is correct. We're at about 46% of our athletes are in the regiment of midshipmen. And when I think back on the players of the year, the plaques you see on the walls as you go around, a number of those people were in the regiment. And I think that speaks to what we know about the Maine Maritime education is that very structured people absolutely flourish at Maine Maritime. And, I think it's also worth noting that in the bottom corner of my screen, I see Captain Cashman, our commandant, who is a volunteer men's lacrosse coach along with another member of his staff. So those two things go hand in hand. And I think a lot of the leadership pieces that are involved on both sides translate very nice from one side to the other. And I'm going to step back because I do believe that I cut somebody off, and I'm going to let that person go real quick.
Okay.
Sorry, Suzanne.
It's okay. My name is Suzanne Wooldridge, and I am a sophomore in the IBL program with Lauren, and I'm also on the soccer team with her. I chose MMA because it was just a great fit for me. The small class sizes made it very hard to be able to fall through the cracks here, and all the professors here want to see you succeed, and they will do whatever they can to make you succeed here.
Hey, I saw Finn in the group chat. Yeah, Emily just answered it. We actually have, I feel like recently we've had a lot more out-of-state kids. Me and Marquise are both on the basketball team, and we're out-of-state. And our whole team, I think we have 9 of our 13 are out-of-state. And I've just been seeing that with the other teams as well. That just this school in general is pulling a lot more out-of-state kids. And you can kind of tell when you walk around campus, you don't just it's not just a bunch of kids from Maine, it's an actual college setting, people from different backgrounds and stuff. So, but yeah.
I'll take the question about the Nike sponsorship. Yes, we are a Nike partner school. I'm this side over here representing the swoosh right now. What does that mean? It means that our uniforms from head to toe are Nike products. And so we wear pretty much top of the line gear from Nike. It means we look sharp. It means we have a consistent brand from one end to the other. It also provides an opportunity to purchase through our website at discounted prices Nike products that are not Maine Maritime specific. So you can get shoes a little bit cheaper through our website. And we have some sales throughout the course of the year that allow our athletes access to cheaper Nike gear with the anchors. And it's a great way for us to really have consolidated our brand. We're in the second year of a 3-year partnership. BSN is our official supplier. And that means that we get a lot of kickbacks from the vendor based on the amount of purchasing we do over the course of the year. That benefits us by saving us money in the long run. We get money back that we use to make it so that we don't have to spend for things. So last year I funded the entirety of the golf program's gear with just kickbacks from the first year of the deal. inCommand, yeah. Trisha's really our expert on that. And I think what I'd rather do is throw it open to the people who have been through it rather than me give you the elevator speech from the outside. Any athlete who's been through, feel free to talk on inCommand.
So I'll just talk again, I guess. inCommand, it sounds really corny, you know, it's like, you know, leadership, but you see like the captains from other teams, they'll come down and talk to you about like the things we learn in there and how they translate it into their own way. It's not really teaching you a recipe on how to be a good leader. It teaches you what you need to do to become a good leader. And then like, it's on you to take that piece of information and just, I don't know, translate it, you know? It is a really good program. I noticed you said that in the question. It's a great leadership program, to me at least. I know it's really helped me a lot, from, you know, being that dewy-eyed freshman to now being, you know, one of the seniors on my team. And it just, you won't pause when the leadership role gets put on you. You'll be ready for it. I guess that's how I explain it.
Okay, I see a question regarding tryouts. It varies from sport to sport, and that has to do with a number of different things. So if there's a specific sport and you want to type a question in, I can answer that privately. But in general, by being a student at Maine Maritime, you're entitled to the opportunity to try out for a team. And in some instances where we have certain limitations, we do make cuts. Men's soccer, because we have roughly 55 to 60 people interested in a year, we do in fact make cuts for men's soccer. Golf, we often have about 20 to 25 students who want to be on the team. We have 12 memberships at the country club, so we also have to make cuts there. Where there's roster availability and coaches have worked with the students leading up to their arrival, generally we don't make cuts. And for sailing, I'm not aware of anybody ever having been cut from sailing. The nice thing about having a large fleet of boats is that there's plenty of opportunity. And so tryouts are basically preseason practice. The team arrives in non-pandemic times in August, and they have about 2 weeks of on the water time prior to classes getting underway. Okay, I did see at one point a question had come through regarding how we handle tests and academics on the road. And we do have a great system in place for that. So we actually take tests with us on the road, and it's not uncommon for a coach to proctor an exam upon arrival. Have any of the athletes on the screen been to sea and had to stay in shape?
Yeah. I've gone every summer on a boat that's usually been a co-op summer long. And on smaller vessels, it's pretty hard to find a treadmill laying around. So I usually end up doing a bunch of like weird body weight workouts, or like one year, I think I got the best shape because I was always like lugging these 5-gallon buckets of hydraulic oil up and down the deck, and that was just part of the job. It's actually surprisingly easy to stay in shape on a boat that's constantly working, because even when you're standing around, you're using every muscle just to stay stabilized. Even when you're sleeping, you'll wake up the first couple weeks, you're like, wow, why does my abs hurt? Because when you're in bed, you're rocking and your body tries to stabilize you. So it's a little easier than you would think to stay in shape on a boat.
I need to get a few weeks at sea, I think. So we also have a program called Volt, and inside of that's a strength and conditioning platform. And there is a section that's in there that's body weight exercises that our athletic trainers can put together. And it's anywhere that you have access in the world to the web, or you can print it out in advance and take that with you. So our athletic trainers will actually set that up inside of the system, so you have access to that year round. One of the reasons we chose that platform was specifically that it had a built-in piece that can be done with body weight, knowing full well that we would lose some of our athletes to sea time over the course of the summer. Is that really true? Your abs get a little, like, while you're sleeping?
Yeah, if you get a really nice swell, instead of getting tossed out of your bunk, you have to like compensate. So it's really fun. It's really great.
Did not know that.
I'm not sure we can top that question or that answer. So we are out of time for the athletic session. I cannot thank you all enough for joining us and answering questions.